Hello again, everyone. After a little bit of a summer break and some getting back at it, we're back at doing these videos again. Maybe once a week, maybe not quite so much, but there's always things going on that I think are worth talking about, and most of all, worth thinking about. This summer has been one of the hotter ones, as you all know, and it's also been one that's a little different because it's 2020 and everything happens in 2020. I was camping in a number of places around the region and heard a lot of people talking in different places. Obviously, the pandemic is first and foremost on people's minds, especially when they meet new people. They want to know how people are dealing with it. And if I were to sum up everything, I would think I could say that people are desperately trying to get on with things in a good way, especially during the summer when so many people look forward to certain activities and getting together with friends and family. They desperately want that to happen like it usually does, and that can be sometimes not so easy. I'm an impatient person, and so I'm impatient sometimes for things to get back to normal as well. Not just in daily life where I have to remember to be, taking masks and wearing them and washing them and things like that. But also in church land, our Sunday worship services are not the same right now, and church life through the week is not the same right now. And when fall comes and everything sort of starts up again, that's not going to be the same either. Youth activities, senior activities, people activities, nothing is going to be quite the same. And people are so anxious to get back to that there's this sense of defiance sometimes that I hear and see, where people resolutely will not go back to tighter restrictions like we had earlier this year in the spring. They really want to continue to loosen things to the point where everything is gone. Likely when a vaccine is here and distributed, when everything we think can become normal again, whatever that might mean. I've said before, I don't know if the old normal is the best way to go, that we should be rethinking things. But right now, I do know that patience is something that is very important. Patience with remembering to wear masks, patience to remember to social distance, patience to be washing, things that we've been hearing about all year. And quite frankly, when you hear something too often, you tend to ignore it. But patience is a virtue, they say. It is a gift of the Spirit in the scriptures and in Christian life. And patience and waiting go hand in hand. One does not always mean the other, but waiting is something important. So if we have to wait a while for things to be their very best, so be it. And if we have to wait a while for things to be much better than they are now, so be it. That's okay. The word wait, depending on what Bible you might be looking at, occurs at least 87 times. And most often somebody is told to go somewhere and wait for something to happen. Sometimes it can be a matter of minutes, sometimes a matter of days. Sometimes we don't know the time. But the idea of waiting is important. There's one reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah in chapter 40 where he writes, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up like wings like eagles, and they shall run and not grow weary." So there's a sense of better things coming after you take the time and the patience to wait. I need to remind myself of that a lot. It's not just my red-haired nature. It's not just my heritage, Irish and German, that makes me impatient. I think I'm naturally that way. So it's something I have to work a lot harder at. Maybe you find patience easy. My wife does. I'm envious of her, and I think she grows perhaps a bit frustrated with me sometimes. Better things will come. Things are not bad now. God is still God. He is with us, and He is, in His good timing, He is going to be revealing more to us. Our waiting now, our patience, I believe will bear good fruit as we continue to do what we can as a church for people, and in society we be the best we can for each other and for ourselves. So hang on, don't get too frustrated, and I'll tell myself this, don't get impatient. See you soon.